Want to see how I turn this into this? Today we are making super simple marinara. Now, if we were really wanting to keep things super simple around here, we would just whip out one of these bad boys and call it a day, but that's not what we do here. Today I'm going to show you how to take simple ingredients and turn them into something super flavorful. And speaking of ingredients, we're going to start out with crushed tomatoes, diced tomatoes. Does not have to be Italian style, but this does save you a seasoning step. We're going to use probably half of this onion, maybe a quarter, some jarlic, honey instead of sugar, olive oil, and the secret ingredient is tomato paste. This here is going to give it a much more fuller flavor. Now let's get to chopping some onions. I forgot to glove up. Get in. Let me in. Now there's a bunch of ways to cut an onion. I am partial to just going straight in half, dealing with the mess later, but this way you have... What are you? Get out of here. Don't need him. And then just kind of comes right off. There you go.
A few moments later.
Boom. Trash bowl. That's on me. Not super prepared. And I know it's a weird opinion. I don't use the outside layer. Sometimes it's just a little too, like, firm. I don't know. I know a lot about food. I don't know everything. If somebody wants to explain why it just feels like that, like this looks like a normal onion. There you go. And we're going to use most of this, but man, I didn't cut enough off there. We'll figure that out. Okay, let's clean this up. And like I said, this was a lot of onion. I went with the smaller of the two halves, and this is still a lot of onion, so I think we're only gonna use a quarter of it. So go right there. Best secret that I can give you, there's 20 different ways to do this, but cut along the lines and then do like a cut in, and then just try to keep your cuts as close as possible. And we're gonna rock and chop through this a few times, so let's get going. Careful to use your fingers as the guard, specifically your front knuckles. Otherwise, you're going to be like that one guy that took off his freaking finger when he was trying to be super fast. And like I said, we're going to go through this a couple times because you really want to get this... Let's get that out of there. You really want to make sure this stuff is like diced finely. Oh, my eyes. Oh no, my eyes. No! Oh no. It got me. Okay, after we've got that taken care of, we're going to go ahead, get everything mise en place next to the stove, and that's where we're going to really kind of start combining everything. And this can be done in really 10-20 minutes, or if you really want to turn it into like more of a red sauce, add like some fat, some bacon grease, and just let it simmer for a longer time. My eyes are watering profusely. That was abysmal. Okay, we are over on the stove now. We are going to go ahead, get our heat up to medium-low here. And then we are going to add just enough oil to cover the bottom of this pan. Should be good. Awesome. First things first, we are going to add our onions. And don't worry, You don't need to write any of this all down. It'll be in the description below. Okay. Gonna move these around a little bit, and we're not really gonna caramelize these. We're really just gonna sweat them so we can get some of that sweetness from the onions out. After a couple minutes of them sauteing, you're gonna go ahead and hit them with a decent amount of salt. This will just help quicken the process. We're just going to toss them around for a couple more minutes. See how they're starting to change color? We're not looking to brown these, we're just looking to sweat them. Now that we've got some good translucent onions, we're going to go ahead. It's about a clove and a half. What we're going to do with the garlic, we're only going to let this saute for a couple minutes because we don't want to burn the garlic. We're going to wait for this like almost roasted kind of smell, like kind of almondy. And that's when we're going to add our wets. And yes, I know I'm going to address the elephant in the room here. I am cooking on Teflon. I'm in the middle of transitioning some pots and pans, and this is the biggest one I have. So you got to work with what you have. Okay, we now have a really good roasted garlic aroma filling up the whole room. So we're going to go ahead and add these. Can one, doesn't matter the order, the only important thing is that with the diced tomatoes, you remove the liquid because it is a lot of liquid. Okay, and then we just tuck that in, that way we don't lose a finger later. And we're just going to go ahead and mix this up. When you add the can of tomatoes, you're going to go ahead and increase your heat up to like a medium high because we're going to want to get this to a simmer eventually. After we add the canned tomatoes, we add the tomato paste. And this one, I mean, really just good big squirt. Maybe, oh, we dropped a little bit. Maybe a tablespoon or two. There's one, there's two. There you go. And what that is going to do is going to really give a deeper flavor to the whole sauce. Go ahead, get this on. Give that a few minutes. Once it starts to bubble, we're going to reduce the heat and simmer for 10 minutes. During those 10 minutes, you're going to want to taste this along the way. Might have to add more salt. We haven't added any honey yet because we don't know how acidic this is, and the honey's going to really help keep that down. And now for our honey. Come on out. Damn it. This is the biggest fight of all time. Boom. It looks to be about a tablespoon. Radioactive honey. Been simmering for a few minutes, so let's do another bump. That's actually all right. No adjustments. Be doing our thing here. Oh, that's time. Cool, cool. Time for another test. It's been simmering for 10 minutes now. Yes. This is really good. Now, if I was making some spaghetti with this, like in tandem, I would probably take this from like a 10-minute, 20-minute sort of situation into an hour. I would take some of my starchy pasta water, put it in here. It's got a lot of salt in it and everything because of how you prepare your noodles. And I would mix it up and I would turn it into more of a red sauce. But this, as it is perfect. You can go ahead and put this in with your noodles, grab a bowl of penne, dump it on top. If you want to go ahead and make some eggplant parmesan. It does that really well. This is a sauce that over the next couple days is only going to get more full and rich of flavor. So yeah, that's how to make super simple marinara. Simple, fresh, and way better than anything in a jar. If you're going to give this marinara a shot, let me know how it turns out in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe for more first-person looks at what's in the food we're eating. And until next time, remember to be kind.